source for the sports gamer.
MLB The Show has never been a game to make huge overhauls year in and year out. Instead, they take what they have and improve it. With a solid foundation, MLB The Show 19 continues to be one of the top sports games in terms of gameplay and realism. MLB has always been about the little things, and this year is no different.
Swung on and hammered, no doubt about this one. Watch it fly, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back.
This year, MLB The Show has added 2 new game modes that tie into Diamond Dynasty. The first of which is March to October, a season game mode designed to speed up the way you get through all 162 games. It gives you a nice little video sequence telling you where your team is at and the expectations going into the 2019 season. You then start the season with a challenge. How you perform at these challenges dictate the whole season. If you do well, your momentum will fill up, and as a result, your team will win more games. If you do poorly, then your momentum will go down and you will lose more games. The rewards are based on which team you choose, which is split between tiers of favorites, contenders, underdogs, and long shots. You then select the difficulty. The higher the difficulty, the better the reward. Admittedly, when this was announced, I wasn't really too excited for it, but my expectations were blown away. This game mode is incredibly fun. It's a much faster way to get through all 162 games of an MLB season. The other new game mode is the Moments game mode. Moments allows you to relive baseball history. You take control of past teams or players throughout the years with specific goals. Some are simple and just one at bat. Some track your progress throughout multiple games. And some of these moments are alternate moments, a what-if scenario. Most of the time, the rewards are stubs and XP for your profile. However, complete a whole saga and you will get a specific card based on what you accomplished. They went back and put in models and unique attributes for each moment that you play. The attention to detail was really impressive. The players even had stats. It's not 100% accurate, but the effort to make it the best as they could was there. This game mode is another game mode that is just a blast to play, and a pretty neat way for you to get stubs and other rewards. I do wish they had a video sequence when you beat a moment. Once again, you start with a video when you choose one, but when you beat a challenge, you get your stubs and XP, and it all just sort of ends. The rewards are nice, but not everyone plays Diamond Dynasty, and offline players might not have any reason to play this game mode other than just reliving history. The rest of Diamond Dynasty remains largely the same. There's a Conquest mode, which does have new maps, the Battle Royale mode, and missions. They have added signature series cards, unlockable sounds and bat flips animations. You also get a choice packs where you choose exactly what you want in the pack, as well as an XP reward path which can give you unlocks anywhere in the game and will give you better rewards the more XP you got. A nice little addition here is an option to quick sell or place in your lineup from this menu. Sometimes I get a random card just for playing the game, and I can quick sell it or put it in my rotation or lineup right there. It's clear that they're pushing more players towards Diamond Dynasty, but they are doing it in a really consumer-friendly way. Sadly, franchise mode remains largely the same, but more accurate contracts. There is still a weekly budget to the dismay of many, but if you played it last year, then you should be pretty familiar with everything already. While it is nice and familiar, it does feel like a disappointment that franchise mode has yet to receive a facelift of any kind. Also, there's still no online franchise mode. Road to the Show continues to be a headliner, and this year, they improved after a documentary-style story. The Archetype System has been changed. There is no longer a cap on any attributes. Instead, your archetype changes how fast your selected attributes train. If you're a contact hitter, then contact attributes are going to go up faster, but your power attributes will train a little slower. New to the game mode is personalities and relationships. The more you play with your teammates, the higher your relationship with them will grow. How you talk to them changes the perks you can get from your personality. The perks are sorted into 4 categories: Heart, Soul, Maverick, Captain, and Lightning Rod. The higher your level in one of these personalities, the more perks you unlocked. You are limited to how many you can have in each tier, and once you select the perks you want, then you are stuck with it for 30 in-game days. There is also a rivalry system in place, which will also affect your personality. Training is still in the game to improve your caps and attributes to 99, as well as minigames, which is kinda similar to NBA 2K's Training Center. Occasionally when you do one of these, you'll be met with a challenge from one of your teammates. Accomplishing these challenges can give you double XP in your attributes that you use for that challenge. There is also dynamic goals that will pop up in certain situations. These will also give you more of an XP boost. But instead of challenges, you get to choose which one of these goals you want, typically ranging from easiest to hardest. The last type of challenges are boss challenges, which show up from time to time when your opposition is a superstar. Once again, accomplishing these will improve your attributes. They give you a lot of ways to improve your player this year, with lots of dynamic moments, as all the old cutscenes with your manager going up to you and your agent calling are also still in the game. Road to the Show got the most love and had the most additions this year. How great this game mode is a standard that every sports game's career mode should attempt to accomplish. Presentation this year is also a place where the game improved. Right away when you're pitching, you are going to notice how the camera will show you different angles before you throw the pitch. This is more of an odd choice and kind of left me felt uneasy at first. The camera will go back to what your camera choice is once you select the pitch, and you can turn it off whenever you want. Personally, I kind of want to get used to it, as it gives a new way to view all the detail the art team worked on this year. I feel like some jerseys pop more, and the lighting has been improved. Some players have new scans and faces, but nothing here to really blow you away. I feel like the crowd reacts better to what is happening in game. A blowout happening in the bottom of the ninth, you can hear a pin drop. But a big time hit in a clutch situation, the crowd will roar. Even the players react. I've had moments in the bottom of an inning, late in the game, where my player was celebrating, jumping up and down after I made contact. It was the most exciting sac fly I've never had, as the runner did not tag up from third. There are some new graphic overlays, which is a welcome addition, and the MLB Network graphics are still in the game. Something I really like is the new pause menu, giving you an overhead view of the field, and easy to access any information that you want to see.
Coming to the plate now, Lonnie McKinney, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0.
Commentary is largely the same as last year, which is not bad, but some people might hearing Matt Vasgersian saying the same things in the same tone and the same emotion as years previous is starting to get kind of stale. Some players and moments will have unique lines, but some of these repeat a little too much.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
New to the game is a reporter in the dugout area. Heidi Watney joins the team and is a much welcome addition to the game. On the surface, gameplay might not look too different, but what you see and what you feel is completely different. For once, contact hitters do not seem completely useless. As in years past, power seemed like the only thing that actually mattered. Defense got overhauled and makes a huge difference in how the game plays in the field. The ratings will be showcased by an icon underneath the player in the field. If the player has a bronze or silver rating, then they're pretty average and will usually be okay in the field. However, put someone in the spot that does not have any clue what is happening, then he will be more prone to errors, bad angles, and misreading the ball off the bat. Luckily, reaction times for errors have been drastically changed. In past games, if you bobble the ball, you'd have to go through the whole animation before being able to go after the ball. And now, the player will accurately react to the play on the field. This is a huge step up and is way less frustrating. No, I don't necessarily agree with all the ratings personally, but considering all the customization the community does for rosters, I'm not really freaking out about it. But the biggest change to gameplay is with pitching. They tweaked the way the plate coverage works, and the speeds and the breaks of the pitches. While it may seem minimal, this changes the whole game. You can time up with a pitch perfectly, but if the barrel isn't on the ball, then it will probably be a blooper. That does not mean it's going to be an out though, as the ball physics mixes well with the new defensive overhaul. Balls that hang up in the upper part of the zone tend to be punished more than past games. Speed will change with difficulty, but if you're facing the Aroldis Chapman and he throws you an 103 miles per hour high inside fastball, it will be harder to get around and actually hit it. The difference between slow pitches and fast pitches have been changed as well. In the past, it seemed like changeups, particularly, would be a killer when you're at the plate. This year, the timing is still noticeable, but it works so much better than it did last year. Now, I don't feel like this makes the game too easy or hard either. It might be harder at times to hit the ball when you first try a harder difficulty, but stick with it. You'll get the timing down, and even with the faster speeds, it is still noticeable to know when to lay off or swing away. The bunt glitch appears to be fixed, and the bunt rating seems to matter a lot more now than it used to. Check swings to me were a bit strange. I understand the logic behind it, but occasionally they would just get it completely wrong, and sometimes the ball would even go through my bat. I have noticed a couple weird things. For instance, Cincinnati is spelled wrong at the Great American Ballpark. There have been a few weird glitches, such as the ball going through my bat on the check swing, which I mentioned earlier, and it was called a ball. Some annoying AI goofs, and occasionally I'll see a weird bug with physics. But overall, this game feels as nearly as perfect with the vision that San Diego Studios had. If they just made something different in franchise mode, then this would be perfect. Even then, this is still the best baseball game to date. If only they could iron out those bugs and add some to franchise mode, and please bring back online franchise. We would almost be 100% golden. For more information on MLB The Show and many other different sports games out there, make sure to subscribe to Sports Gamers Online, like the video, and comment down below what you think of MLB The Show 19.